I'm Tara Milo, and I'm here with Amanda Woods, and we are in the Prodigy Collective, and we're so excited to be joining you today. We are talking about how you can use technology to be more efficient with social. So I teach people technology and how to use tools and technology to grow your business and online marketing presence and things like that. And Amanda is an expert in social media. So I'm going to let Amanda do her intro, and then we'll dive into some questions.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amanda, as Tara said, and I have Social Savant Consulting. So we are kind of a boutique ad agency in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And so Tara and I are cross country today, and it's kind of fun. But anyway, we help people with their social media strategy within an overall digital marketing strategy, and we implement short-term and long-term ad campaigns. So it's fun.
Awesome. All right, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you schedule your posts?
You know what? When I first started several years ago, I began using Hootsuite, and then I ended up moving over to Sprout Social. I enjoy the platform. I know a lot of people that use it still currently, Hootsuite or Social, and there's Sprout, and there's a bunch of them. But right now, for my own audience, I find the scheduling platform within Facebook itself on my page is easiest. I think, and this is just my opinion because there's so many rumors about it, but I think the algorithm really probably prefers you scheduling within that platform. So not really right now. I try to do most of my posts live, but if I had just an intense amount of content, of course, you want to consider that, right? How about you? How about you?
Oh, yeah, exactly. I've heard the same thing, that scheduling natively within Facebook will give you better algorithm results. But for me, it's so hard for me to post something on Facebook every day. If I'm not feeling inspired, it's not going to happen. And I really want to be consistent with that. So I started using SmarterQueue, and it's kind of like Meet Edgar, but it's a lot less expensive. And so I used to kind of use a spreadsheet and like plan out all of my posts and schedule them, and I wasn't scheduling them consistently. So now I use SmarterQueue, and I can load up a queue of posts, and I know that at least one thing is posted every day. So I do schedule my posts now, and I really like that. So I have at least one scheduled post, and then one more authentic kind of Instagram, like native post that I share unscheduled, that just comes out, seat of my pants or whatever. So yeah, that's how I do it.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check out that platform because I think it just helps to keep you accountable too.
Yes, exactly. And that was it, was like I just wasn't doing it consistently, and that's what you have to do. So
awesome. Very cool. Well, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
We already talked about our favorite scheduling tools. So what about Instagram pods? Have you heard of them? Do you use them?
Yeah, I've heard of them. So Instagram pods are like where a group of people kind of says, hey, follow me on Instagram and I'll follow you back. And then you get this big chain of Instagram followers. I don't really do Instagram pods because I really want to have like the more authentic audience. Since I do business to business work, it would probably be helpful, but then I kind of feel pressured to like and follow everyone else in the pod, even though I might not actually like their feed. And I really try to keep Instagram authentic. So pods don't really work for me, just because I like to have that space on Instagram that is stuff I like to follow, stuff I like to post, and not so like business strategic as the Instagram pods. What about you? Have you done any Instagram pods, or do you feel like they're good for people?
I'm in complete agreement with you, actually. I know of them. I have not participated in them, but I don't know if do you have two different accounts, so your business and your personal?
I don't.
Okay.
Yep.
So I always had my personal one. My business one is fairly new, probably a year or so. So I could use it for the business account, but I just find it to be kind of another networking thing. And to me, for B2B or anything for that matter, you know, our time as entrepreneurs is so limited already that if I'm going to participate in something, I really want it to pay off. Like, I mean, you really want it to monetize eventually. Or so I think that I prefer to just do, I have one or two networking things that I do here locally because the majority of my clients are local anyway. And other than that, to me, it just seems, for me personally, like maybe it's not beneficial. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. I think we do want to have that, like, just more authentic connections.
Yeah. And I can see for maybe photographers or people in certain types of businesses where they're looking to get greater reach and engagement and not necessarily conversion from that. Maybe that would be beneficial for them. Also, a great place to get maybe inspiration.
Yes.
If you're really dead on creativity, and we all go through those slumps.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I like it for that too. That's what I use Instagram for, is for inspiration and creativity. So, so we've talked about Facebook and Instagram, but how many social media platforms do you think people should join for their business?
In their business, I think it really depends on what team you have surrounding you.
Yep.
With content creation and management. B, what strategy you've put in place for content. So you're not just throwing out content all the time and you have no rhyme or reason for it. You do it because everybody else does it. And C, where's your audience? So, you know, for me, and I, to be honest, am probably on too many platforms, even as like the social media expert, you know, and because I don't think you can be an expert at every platform. So my focus is really Facebook and Instagram. Therefore, my Twitter tends to kind of fall at the wayside. And for most people, it's probably best just to not even have it if that's going to be the case. So start with one or two, maybe, what you feel comfortable handling. And where you know your audience is located, maybe get comfortable, proficient at it, and then move on to more, explore more. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I love that. Just being aware of where your audience is really important. So, and I don't know, I think 3 is good, but I really think you have to be on them for real.
Right.
Not just because you think you should. Like, I think I should be on LinkedIn. I think that would be really smart, but I'm not like on it all the time. So if I was posting on LinkedIn, then I would just kind of go and do something else and get back on Instagram because that's the one I like. But that's not really authentic, and I really like to keep things authentic. So, and a lot of people, like you said, they sign up for Twitter because they should. But then you end up auto-posting and not really being on that platform and really engaging with people. And that's the point of social media, is to be social and engage with people. So I think when we put ourselves in places that we should be in, then we don't use it the way it's intended. So I think 3 is a good number. So I do like Twitter, and I'm on Twitter a little bit more. Maybe I go back and forth between like Twitter and LinkedIn. So I agree with you though, like be proficient at one, get really good at it, and then add another one in depending on where your audience is and if they're there for real.
Yes, I agree. Okay, let's see here. So we talked about what platforms they should join. What about, you said your favorite right now is, are you on the LinkedIn, Twitter rampage right now, or what are you really paying attention to right now?
My favorite, like personally, is Instagram for inspiration and joy. And then Facebook for business. And then, I kind of go back and forth between Twitter and LinkedIn. And then there was a time when like everybody said you should be on Pinterest, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to redo Pinterest. But like, I'm not on Pinterest anymore. I was on there 5 years ago, but I'm not on there anymore. So that was kind of silly. I should undo all of that. But so I'm kind of like, I have them for different reasons, and probably I could definitely be more strategic. When you were saying that last one, I was like, oh, I don't really have a strategy.
I'm the strategist, and I don't always have a strategy, just to be honest.
Okay, good.
Working for other people, and you're doing good. You're trying to do good work for others, and then all of a sudden you look back and you're like, "Am I practicing what I preach?"
I know. I know. And like the worst thing is I keep these strategies in my head though, so they're not written out. So like right now, I know what's coming out or what should be coming out.
Yeah.
And it's not really coming out yet because I haven't written down that strategy and really planned it.
Yeah. But it's kind of a good problem to have because that means we're busy with clients.
Yes.
And we don't have a ton of time on our hands. So that's a good challenge to have.
It is good.
All right.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
What's your favorite social?
I'm still going to say Facebook, although I understand these days it's getting, more and more challenging to kind of keep up with all of the changes and everything that are occurring. But as an advertiser, it's still the most powerful platform, in my opinion, out there. I think that real estate is running low here with advertisers, but that helps us to focus on making sure we're putting out really great content and really unique content. So I don't know, that's still my favorite. And I've heard, it's been a long time ago, I've heard all of the platforms described, in terms of a home. So coming in the foyer, I think was kind of the Twitter, like, where you're just saying your highs quickly and hey, how was your day? Great. Then when you enter someone's living room, you sit down, you have a drink, you start telling stories. This is Facebook, right? Mm-hmm. And so, and then Instagram, I can't remember what they compared that to. I've seen this forever ago. But Instagram is kind of my second favorite for the same reason. I get a lot of inspiration on it. And it's cool and easy, and it's uncluttered for the most part for me. Yeah. Facebook, I will say you can unclutter it, but the more followers you have, more friends you have, the more time it takes to declutter it. Yeah. And I've spent a lot of time on that personally on my personal page because I want to keep a lot of positivity in that feed and inspiring things in that feed.
I hear ya.
So it's worth the decluttering.
Yeah,
I'm with you. Yeah.
I actually wiped out my Facebook feed. There's a Facebook feed eradicator or news feed eradicator.
Oh yeah.
So I don't get anything on my feed on my desktop, but I added the app to my phone. So now I have Facebook on my phone only. Because like you, it was just overwhelming and I want positivity in my life. And so I had to do the newsfeed eradicator.
I've heard of that. I've thought about doing it on my desktop, but right now I just stay off of it. I don't even open the Facebook tab when I'm working on projects.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I did. Yeah, it's good for like distractions, but then I'm missing out on a lot of stuff. I miss a lot of group posts. I miss a lot of ads, and I like to look at ads because I like strategy too. Yeah. So I love studying marketing trends and stuff like that. So I'm missing out by not having the news feed, but I think overall, I think it's better for my mental health.
I agree. And you know where to go get it. If you need the inspiration or you want, it's not like, you know exactly where to go to get it.
Yep, exactly. So how many times per day do you post?
I try once a day on, again, Facebook and Instagram are my main two. And, I would like to be doing that on Twitter and LinkedIn as well. I mean, I'm on Snapchat and Pinterest and all of that, but those are more, I use them for personal, for fun,
Nice.
Not really for business. So Facebook and Instagram for business, I'd say once a day. How about you?
I try to do the same thing. Like I aim for once a day per platform. I have everything scheduled in SmarterQueue, so I have like maybe 3 per day on Twitter. But Instagram is all authentic. Like this is what's happening for me right now. So that one, I do try to go once a day for that. And then that feeds Twitter and Facebook. So even though I have a lot scheduled, there is a lot of authenticity that's going to come right out of Instagram. Yeah. And I'm an introvert, so it's really hard for me to be really social. and I try to push myself, and that I don't think that's good. So I feel comfortable with one per day, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. All right. What else do you think we need to have an effective social strategy?
To have an effective social strategy, and this is the first thing I tell every one of my clients, I say it feels like every day I say this. An effective social strategy will always be a part of an overall digital marketing strategy. So I never want to work with people who only want to post on social and they don't have a full picture and focus for why they're doing what they're doing. If they have a short-term or long-term campaign in mind, and then we get into discussion about sales funnels and email marketing and retention and analytics throughout, and not to overwhelm anyone at all. That sounds overwhelming, but the truth is, the more effective that you want social to be for you, the more you're going to look at a full digital strategy. So,
yep, that's awesome. I think you totally captured it. Yeah, you need all of it. I love talking about email newsletters, so I love it that you said like sales funnel and email marketing, because that is such a big part of a social strategy.
Tell me what do you use for email marketing? What's your favorite platform?
Yeah, I use ConvertKit because I have like 15, lead magnets or different ways for people to kind of enter my space. So I use ConvertKit. I like MailChimp for beginner people when they're first starting out. I think MailChimp is all you need. But once you get a little bigger, then ConvertKit's a good next step. That's
cool. Yeah, I usually put people on MailChimp because I think it's super user-friendly and easy to understand.
Yep. Yep.
Very cool. Okay, so video is hot right now. Obviously, that's why we're on.
Yep.
It's only going to get hotter the next year, 2, 3 years. I'm hearing so many things that are coming down the pike with video, so we're getting comfortable doing more. What do you recommend when someone is starting out wanting to do video?
Yeah, I like to keep things simple because video is scary, like mentally. So let's keep the tech really, really simple. I say get your cell phone and natural light on your face, and that's it. I don't script anything. I just go and like speak from the heart and really be yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to do it because it just breaks down that tech barrier, which sometimes we can use as a good excuse to not get started on video. Right. So we all have a video and we all have natural light. That's my best tip for video.
I am going to concur with that. I wanted people to keep it as easy as possible. I might add a couple of things. I do have some tech, but for a long time I didn't have any, and I still don't have anything fancy. I think I spent like $50 on all of this. So I have this little clip-on halo light because here in Oklahoma, we get rain and storms. There's not very good natural light anyway. Yeah. So like today is kind of cloudy right now. So here, I'm going to show you. Hold on. Watch my face. Watch.
Yeah.
Did it change? Not much.
Really?
Very light. Okay. If you have it really close to you.
Oh, yeah. Now, I do like that idea.
Huh?
I like that halo light because I'm behind my natural light's behind me right now.
Right.
So I think the light on the computer at least would be better, but
the shadows. I've got this little what do we call this thing? Like an octopus tripod.
Yeah.
So it can hook on anything. I've been outside doing videos before, and then I was like, hey, where am I going to put and you can just hook it around a tree branch, or you can hook it around a fence or whatever. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I think it's like $20 maybe. I don't know. And then we were talking about the microphone situation, and that just is all dependent on where you're recording. I have this little, it's not very pretty, lavalier for like $10, $15. But I'll use it outside because it'll help with the wind and outside noises. Anyway, if anybody does want tech, I think that's a good kind of simple starter kit.
Yeah.
And if not, you don't really need it. Just pick a good space, like you said, with natural light that's quiet.
Yep, exactly. All right, you're gonna have to tell me where you got your halo light. Send me the link for that, because maybe
Amazon. Everything on Amazon.
Yep.
The one I really like is like, it's huge and it's like 500, but whatever.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna have to put that in my trunk. Can you imagine?
No.
Putting that out of your trunk whenever you're gonna in the middle of a coffee shop, just setting it up.
Right. Oh man. That's funny.
So if I had any final thoughts for everyone listening, I think it's just going to be not to get overwhelmed by all these tools we're talking about.
Yeah.
Both software and hardware, and on social, whether it's, Facebook Ads Manager, Business Manager, or Sprout or MailChimp, any of these tools that we've talked about, not to get overwhelmed, to start slowly, take it one step at a time. And then for me, the most important thing is creating good content, because you can know all the ins and outs of all the tools out there and be an expert at all the tools out there. And if your content isn't interesting and valid to your audience, it's not going to make a difference. So,
all right, you guys, we have a little call to action for you. Thanks so much for watching. Now we want you to visit each of your social media platforms as if you're a prospective client and you've never seen it before. So make sure your account is public, people can actually follow you, and then look at if you need to update your bio and when was the last time you posted, and just make sure everything on your social media accounts are really aligned with your business today, and they're exactly what you want your ideal client to see. So go check out all of your social media accounts and update those and make sure they are good to go.
I agree 100%. Yes, yes, yes. So I had so much fun talking with you today, Tara. I just want to say to everybody that came on and spent time with us, thank you so much for taking your time out of your day. And Tara and I are part of a larger collective group of business entrepreneurs. We're all women. There's 8 of us, and we're experts in 8 different areas. We have come together as kind of a side project to our own businesses in order to create more affordable coaching packages to startups, entrepreneurs like us, like you. And we would love it if you would check out our website. There's a quick quiz on there. It takes about 60 seconds. And when you get to the end of it, it will populate results, the top 3 coaches and packages that it recommends for you based on challenges you may be facing in your business. So if you would check it out, it is going to be collective.prodigyandco.com. That's collective.prodigyandco.com. So anyway, thank you so much, Tara. I had a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks, Amanda. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Okay.